Yeah. Okay. Hello, we're back with part 2. Let's get the video game industry news. Not a lot. You know, I've got to
what's
say
been
though,
going on? I'm not paying attention at all this month.
Honestly, it's been quite a chill one. So I'll talk about some
really recent things. Stuff. I'm not really paying attention.
So PS5 has added Discord support. Did you know this? You
That's
can
cool.
now
what else happened?
on your PlayStation 5, which is pretty cool.
That's cool. What else happened?
Oh, this is interesting. Miyazaki wants to return to making JRPGs one day. Miyazaki wants to make a JRPG.
Wait, what do you mean? Do you mean like, wait, isn't the Souls series already technically an RPG?
No, but he wants to make, like, I don't know, like, yeah, I mean, I guess the Souls series technically is a JRPG, but he said he wants to return to making he said, I guess he doesn't count it as a JRPG. He said he wanted to return to making or breaking the genre of JRPG.
What does that mean, though?
I don't know.
That guy talks in riddles sometimes.
I don't know what that means, because I can't imagine the FromSoft making like a traditional Japanese RPG, like a turn-based one or something.
Oh, like a turn-based one? I can.
Yeah.
Isn't there a new gritty RPG fantasy game that's like a turn-based one?
There is one coming. There is one coming. Yeah, 33 obscure Expedition 33. That's what
I heard about stuff where it's like
that looks so cool.
Yeah,
it gave me
dark fantasy. Dark fantasy turn-based like stuff.
Yeah. It gave me FromSoft vibes actually looking at that trailer a little bit, but yeah, no, that is interesting though that he said that because it's like. Is that like the next thing he wants to do after Elden Ring? I don't know.
I got no clue, but I've heard some things from the main man himself. He's had quite a few interviews recently.
Yeah, and, he has had a few.
One thing he said is that Elden Ring was close to like the bigger peak. What do they call it? Where it's like your best work ever. There's like a funny name for it. Oh
yeah, like your magnum opus.
Magnum opus, that's the one. Yeah. But not quite. He said. And he also said that with the next game, he's interested in implementing like full co-op in the game, and not like you know, use the finger with a summon sign to call a friend and then beat the boss and then they're gone kind of thing. He means like, you know, the whole game is co-op. At least that's what I believe. In fact, I do believe that in the early days of Elden Ring advertisements, that's what they said. They're like, explore the world with your friends, and you can do it, but to an extent. Where it's like, you'll go throughout the Weeping Peninsula together. You can't ride Torrent. You'll fight an Erdtree avatar, and then your friend pisses off because you've technically beaten the boss of the area, quote unquote.
Yeah.
And that would be great because, honestly, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Co-op in From Software games should not be this complicated as it should be. Let's be real here. If you want to do it,
you can't play all of Elden Ring together.
It would be very nice to have invites
seamless co-op.
Yes, speaking of, that is the most downloaded mod on Elden Ring PC, the seamless co-op mod.
There's a seamless co-op mod?
Yeah, it's the most popular mod on Nexus mods. And me and my partner, because my partner's got Elden Ring now, and it's her first From Software game. And we were going to do it, but my partner, who is a very brave person for her first From Software game, said, that's cool, but I think I kind of want to do the challenges for myself, and if I run into like an annoying like repeat boss, maybe I'll summon you then. And I'm like, you know what, good go. Good on you, man. You know what? Yeah, so 3 cheers for my partner for choosing to take on the challenges of Elden Ring by herself for her first From Soft game. Like, I ain't gonna knock her for that one.
No. I mean, to be honest.
So now she's screen sharing and I'm just coaching her, which is quite nice as well.
Well, to be honest,
it's difficult to get into co-op without that mod, because it's like you've got to do a password, and then you've got to do not only have you got to also use the finger items for online play. We put your summon sign. The other person also has to craft an item to also see the summon sign in the first place, which granted isn't the hardest thing to do. It's very easy to craft. You can get loads of them. But it's like, man, this is so extra, bro. Why have we got to craft this?
Yeah.
Can't we just like click a button and just like join each other immediately?
Seamless. Yeah, because it breaks the immersion of the world. It's all done within the world's items and the world's lore. So. And
it's in the host's world as well. So the stuff you do in the host world will not be completed in your world either. and all you'll get for beating the boss is a rune arc and some runes, which isn't a bad thing, but it's basically, the system is there to help someone out, right?
Yeah.
You're not doing it together, it's to help someone who might need some help. Join a corporation, right?
Yeah, at the end of the day, Elden Ring is primarily a single-player game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Because Miyazaki also came out on record to say that he sucks at video games, and with Elden Ring, he uses all the tools at his disposal to win at the game, which means, yes, he does use his ashes, and yes, he will use summons. Because that's part of the game, and there you go. So if the main man is doing it, don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. If you're doing it also.
Yeah, they give you those tools to help
you. The tools are there for people, and if you don't want to do it, then that's fine too, you know?
Yeah.
It's all there, and if Miyazaki's doing it, then you're gonna call Miyazaki a scrub? Probably. You probably are. You probably are, you smelly gamers. He'll just make more poison swamps.
Speaking of more Elden Ring stuff, George R.R. Martin had an interview, and he basically teased Elden Ring movie or TV show.
He said,
in the works.
What were you talking about? I don't know what you mean, la 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 la. And it's like, what do you mean by that?
Yeah, he teased an Elden Ring movie or TV show in the works. So, more Elden Ring stuff on the way. I mean, I'm not surprised, but I do find it hilarious how everyone in the comment section, like, on the news story was like, when are you gonna write the book, man? Like, just write that next book.
But his best works...
You'll do anything but write that book.
His best works are outside writing the books.
It's hilarious how he's he's doing everything but writing the next Game of Thrones book, which people have been waiting for years and years now to
Man does not want to fix the timeline that the Game of Thrones TV show created. He's like, you know what, I'm so evil and I like making people suffer to the point that I can be meta about it and let you all suffer with what went down with the TV show at the end.
I feel like he has like major procrastination issues.
You say that, but he's still working on stuff. It's just not the books.
No, I know, but it's like working on everything but the thing that everyone, well, like the large majority of the Game of Thrones fan base obviously want him to work on.
Mate, if I was as rich as JR mine, I'd probably be lazy as fuck as well. We're only human.
Yeah, it's fair. Yeah. He doesn't even need to write the books at this point anymore.
He's spent. He's good.
Yeah. So other news, let's see. So that's that. Oh, Sega. Oh, this is kind of disappointing. Did you know Sega were making a new Crazy Taxi, right?
Oh my god.
Like, people are really excited about it, but it's just come out recently that it's gonna be an open world multiplayer game.
I mean, okay.
I mean, look, I like change, but I mean, it's not gonna be like it's not gonna be Crazy Taxi, you know. Like, I thought it was like meant to be like, you know, a new Crazy Taxi. I mean, I could see multiplayer being interesting, but like, it's gonna be that. Like, that is its core focus. It isn't gonna be anything remotely single player at all. So it's pure multiplayer. So I don't know. So it's obviously ruffled people a bit. It's like.
I mean, it's been a franchise that's not really been revived for a long time. So obviously people are expecting like the same formula, right? So if them to come out like, no, it's like a completely different game, but it's called Crazy Taxi, then obviously that's going to rustle a few jimmies. That's kind of like on par.
I mean, I could see that being fun though, an open world multiplayer Crazy Taxi game, but I don't know how that would work.
Have to see what it's like when it comes out then, won't we?
The fun of Crazy Taxi was obviously the, like, you have a timer and then you pick up people and you get more time and stuff, and then you drop them off in, like, driving around crazily. So I don't know how they incorporate
So the Simpsons Road Rage, but Sunday Drive mode.
Yeah.
I mean, you could technically... I mean, okay, sandbox, open world, whatever. Bring back Simpsons Road Rage. That was a stupid game, but I loved it.
Okay. So some Nintendo news. So we had that Direct recently, which was pretty damn cool. This is kind of a funny one, and I mean, this is kind of a man from France, right? Sends Nintendo tons of money to fund Metroid for 10 years. Like, he's like, please make more Metroid. Here, this is all the money. This is money that you can use for the next 10 years to create more Metroid games. I just find that really hilarious. Like, just like this one person just like sending Nintendo so much money just to like be like, here, pay your developers this money and make more Metroid. This money is for Metroid.
It's just a donation for Metroid straight up.
Yeah.
Whoa. I get Nintendo kick up the arse. It's like, yes, we do like Metroid, and yes, you should keep on making Metroid games.
Yeah. Oh, so that was kind of funny.
Oh, fans.
What was your highlight of the Nintendo Direct? Obviously, other than Metroid Prime.
The Metroid Prime 4. No.
Yeah.
I mean, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 being freed from the cage is honestly a historic moment for a lot of fighting gameplay.
Yeah,
because Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is
super hyped about that.
Is massive for the FGC. It's massive. Yeah. It's set a lot of historic moments and influenced a lot of things that came after it. It's like the tag fighter game, right? It's the one that kind of like popularized it to like the biggest amount. And like, you could argue that, oh god, now, okay, so this is why I fuck up all my names. X-Men and no, oh god, and then there's also MVC1 and, oh jeez. I'm not a fake fighting game fan, okay? There's a lot, and I can't remember all of them, right? And
that collection's got a lot of games in it as well.
It's got loads of collection. It's got new art as well, like with fucking Cyclops and Ryu shaking hands, and like, it's so cool. I love it.
I haven't played any of those games.
They are they're fun.
Ton of like, I didn't even know there was a Punisher side-scrolling game. Like, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I was completely oblivious to all of that.
Put the side scroll and beat 'em up and fighter, quote unquote, as well in that collection. Why not? Why the fuck not?
Yeah.
That was a big one. Yeah, very happy for fans of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 because that has been locked on some very, very old consoles for quite a while. So to see it on modern consoles is awesome.
Yeah. No, it was really solid Direct. I look back at it now and it's like, yeah, that was a really good final Direct for like the Switch. Yeah.
And it's
that was the last Direct. Yeah.
It's also on other consoles as well, which is great.
Yeah, it's also coming over to other consoles, so it's gonna be. Is it crossplay or did they not say?
Pretty sure it's crossplay. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if it was. Cool. I mean, loads of fighting games nowadays are crossplay, so it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, that's really cool.
They're going full in with the collection, which is really cool. They know people have been wanting this shit for a long time, and they kind of gave out and more, so it's pretty incredible to see it back out again.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you going to get on that train, Joe? Are you going to...
Might do.
Take it for a ride?
Maybe. Someone already asked me, how do I get good at Iron Man? And I told them to turn their console off to get good at Iron Man. So I think I'm doing a good job so far of getting back in.
Nice.
And also, if someone is playing as Magneto, Storm, and Sentinel, also turn your console off. That's how you beat those teams.
Oh, fair enough. So here we've got a bit of PlayStation news from Sean Layden, PlayStation's former boss. I don't know if you heard about this. He's saying gaming is in a crisis because it is not growing. It's not basically growing in decades, and the user base has not grown. It's not gone past 250 million. It's never broken out of that ceiling.
Well, maybe they shouldn't fucking overcharge then, and more people will buy the games.
I personally, this quote is crazy to me because I'm just like, does it need to go past 250 million? You know, This is a problem with gaming companies. They don't want more of the money. They just want more and more. Yeah, they want more.
Because to the shareholders and the other big wigs, it's like, well, we just want those graphs to go up and up and up and up and up and up. It can't be middle. It can't be a line. It can't be a horizontal line. It's got to be. It's got to be constantly going up. And we've talked about this before already, but it obviously pushes people to make said money to the brink because we're only human, and now it's reaching a point now where, you know, a lot of workplace rights are getting violated as a result, right?
Yeah.
So, it definitely feels like we're kind of hitting the head here.
I mean, this was the former PlayStation.
But we say this every single video game news podcast, but...
I know, but like, there's always something that comes out that they say, and it's just like, does it need to? Why do you guys suck so hard?
Because money.
Yeah. What about artistic design and passion?
No, line go up.
Line go up, yeah. But honestly, in terms of like news and stuff, obviously we had the Summer Games Fest, which I don't know if you actually did you watch? Did you really watch it? I mean, I didn't really watch it. The Xbox.
Sorry, my 5 o'clock morning caught up with me. What was that? Festival? Was that in summer?
Yeah. Summer Game Fest.
Did anyone play video games there?
Trailers.
Which video games?
I mean the Xbox.
I can't remember what was announced there, to be honest. Not gonna lie, but Xbox did pretty.
Yeah, they sadly did a good show, which is actually really annoying.
It doesn't feel good to say that Microsoft had a
good show.
Good show.
Yeah, I know. Like, but then it really bugged me the wrong way when, like, what was his name? Phil Spencer came out.
Hey, gamers.
Hey, gamers. Remember that studio I closed? Yeah, like, they basically swept it under the rug, and I was just like,
He is not one of us. He is a businessman.
Yeah. But yeah, they had a good show, sadly. Obviously, I already talked about my my highlight was actually Expedition 33. I thought that game looks absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, that game looks so good.
Uh-huh.
So that is like what I wanted from like a next gen like Final Fantasy that was gonna, like, if Final Fantasy never moved away from action and went to turn-based, like and stayed on turn-based, this is like
gritty, realistic turn-based.
Like the next generation of turn-based combat could be.
Yeah.
Like, it's mixing elements from like Paper Mario and a bit of like that action reaction stuff, but still being turn-based. It's kind of cool, like.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm actually really excited for that game. That game looks really good, and the concept sounds really different.
Yeah, the two big heavy hitters for me were the new Doom game that's coming out. Oh
yeah, and that Doom game's got like medieval.
Yeah.
Do you know? I don't want to say the comparison.
It's a prequel, apparently. But oh man, the fucking Praetor armor though looks fucking radical. You can control robots, which is great because in Doom Eternal there were a bunch of giant mechs and runes, and everyone had the same thought when they saw it in the distance, and they're like, "Man, I wish I could pilot that thing." And it feels like the developers knew that, and now they've made the robots actually playable in the new Doom game, which is called oh god, what's it called again? It's called
Dark Age.
No, it's called Doom. Yeah, Doom: The Dark Ages.
Yeah,
that's the one. Yeah.
Do you know what it reminds me of though? Because it seems like it's out of left field to go like medieval and stuff for Doom. I've always thought of it like space and, you know, like demons.
No man, Doom is Doom's got some insane lore, man. It's a mishmash of a lot of weird settings. You've got
it just reminds
you go from like hell to space, sci-fi, and then you go to a place which is in ruins, and it's got a whole like medieval like background of like all these like cool gladiators.
So it's not like just a straightforward like article. Then it actually
it's really balmy stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
I got vibes of like Sonic and the Black Knight when I saw that. I was like, oh, is it like no?
What is that comparison to Doom 10?
No, what just the idea of taking a character and just the idea of taking a character and putting them in a medieval setting.
That was not a comparison I was expecting, but okay, you do you, Sonic fan, whatever.
No, I was just saying like the whole idea of putting a character in a medieval setting. I was just like, oh, that's different, yeah.
It's fitting for Doom. It's weirdly fitting if you know what's going down in Doom. The next big one was is Metal Gear Solid Delta Triangle for Snake Eater remake. Oh man, this.
Are you nervous about this?
No, I'm actually.
You think they're gonna do it justice?
Yeah, I'm actually excited to the point where, like, what's the quote I'm looking for? I hate being this tired, man. I am. I'm calmly excited.
Calmly excited.
You know, I am not expecting too much of it, but I'm excited.
I think it's going to be quite faithful.
I've been up since 5 o'clock. Leave me alone.
I think it's actually going to be quite faithful and not really do anything to, like, break anything.
Well, I mean, that's the whole thing I was going to talk about. This looks like one of the most faithful remakes that we might actually have in a while so far.
Yeah, it looks pretty faithful.
The devs are listening to a lot of feedback as well from the fans. Like, they've implemented the filters. And like, because the common complaint when we first saw the trailer was that it's not like, you know, it's not like a light now, because obviously this takes place in the Cold War, you know, the 1960s, the whole thing with like Russia and America, and the whole like filter where it was like a glowy kind of like yellow green really helped set the atmosphere that, you know, you're on a super, like, risky espionage mission in the jungle.
Yeah.
And they've made and in the trailer, it's really, like, it's normal. There's no, like, barely lighting. It's very, like, realistic. And people are like, oh, man, it's not the right feel. But the devs have listened. They've implemented, like, 9 different filters that help, like, encapsulate that feeling for people who want it.
Oh, nice.
They've also brought back the old title screen where Snake is doing, like, a sexy pole dance. I'm joking. When Snake is doing, like, really slow-mo CQC in, like, the silhouettes kind of, like, title, which is pretty iconic title. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
They've not shown my boy Ocelot yet. They've shown the boss, who looks incredible. Naked Snake looks incredible. They only showed stuff from the first quote-unquote part of the game, which is the Virtuous mission. So it's not the bit where, obviously, you know, Snake has a running with the boss on the bridge, and then the next mission goes forward as well. And also, they are using old voice lines. However, they've also got the same voice actors to apparently add more voice lines, because the voice actor for Major Zero, who is, you know, the English dude who's obsessed with James Bond, because of course he's fucking obsessed with James Bond because he's the Brit, he's the token Brit. It went on record to put on a tweet that yes, we are on board with the game. Yes, we are doing lines. So yeah, it's funny that they're reusing all the old lines from the original game, but they also added more lines too. So does that mean more stuff to do with the future? What happens in the future games? Does it mean we'll get extra content, or is it just re-records of some lines? Who the fuck knows?
Do they have Kojima's blessing? I don't know.
Kojima said on Twitter that he would have loved to work on this game. Obviously, he's not working on this game. He created it, but of course the rights are Konami Digital Entertainment, published by Konami as well. Producers, I believe, are Noriaki Okamura and Yuji Kurokawa, I think, are the producers. It's on Unreal Engine 5, so it looks pretty damn beautiful. And of course, it's not only going to be on Xbox, it's also going to be on PS5, and it's also going to be on Windows. Probably on Steam.
Oh, man.
So, but yeah, it's looking really faithful. I can't see Snake's dumb smile when he sees the beehive. I can't wait to see Volgin grab Snake's balls. Oh no, I can't see fucking Rykov in HD. the piss take to Raiden from MGS2.
Oh, man.
They got to follow through to that. I want to see his stupid lightning bolt on his thong.
I wonder if they're gonna get the woman who sung the Snake Eater song to like.
Oh yeah. I don't know if it was gonna be the same theme or if they're gonna do like a different version of it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Got no clue on that one actually. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
But
because obviously they got to get the rights to it. And
I'm just looking forward to playing Metal Gear Solid 3 again. I mean, you can do on the HD collection. But,
you can.
But it's
like
gonna be cool to it's gonna be cool to see a super faithful looking remake from it. And
are you hoping for like a Resident Evil 4 kind of level of remake then?
In terms of gameplay, I am. Yes.
Yeah.
Cutscenes and that, I don't care whether they change it or whether they keep it the same, but it's looking pretty dead on the same with cutscenes. But gameplay, it's looking a lot like Metal Gear Solid 5's gameplay, where you hopefully do a lot more stuff with that as well. You know, a lot more stuff was implemented into Metal Gear Solid 5's gameplay, because obviously that's the 5th one of the series, where this was free. It's cool to see that move into, because like you could do so much dumb, stupid crap in Phantom Pain. So if I can get in a cardboard box and slide down a hill and just knock over a bunch of soldiers, sorry, just thinking about it is making me mess up my words because it's really funny to think about. Use the cardboard box slide and knock over a bunch of soldiers. Yeah, I'm down
Play
for that.
bowling with the soldiers.
Yeah, because there's already a bunch of dumb, stupid crap in Metal Gear Solid 3. Like, you know, you can kill Ocelot and you get game over because you cause a time paradox, and obviously, and the Colonel was like, "What have you done? You've changed the future."
Yeah.
And the ways that you could go about the end fight as well, which is the very long sniper boss fight, where you can either shoot him after a cutscene is over, or you can wait for the date and time of your console to go forward, and he dies of old age, which is incredible for its time. That was like some groundbreaking shit back in the day. That was like unheard of. So looking forward to seeing all that like really silly interactive stuff come back.
Oh man, yeah, it should be a good time.
Yeah, man. I'm
I guess that's really it for the news, really, because I don't really have any other like piece of
good
news.
Good job, Microsoft. I say as I shake my fist at my screen.
Damn you, Microsoft, and your pretty good performance in terms of games showing.
Yeah, begrudgingly.
We will not forget though.
Begrudgingly, you're pretty good from Ocelot.
Oh man,
we
will not forget though. We won't forget though. They are still an evil company.
Yeah, that is still ridiculous what they did, and fuck them for doing that.
Yeah.
Oh.